Today on the channel, we unbox the Carmelo Hayes Chase Edition, and we rank Elite Series 105 from my least favorite to my favorite.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite Series 105 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got something special. We got Carmelo Hayes, the Chase Edition. And then, of course, in the back half, we're going to rank the entire set from my least favorite to my favorite. So definitely stay tuned to that one here. But first, we got to do this video like we do all the other videos on the channel. We got to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, Carmelo Hayes returns, first time in the line, second time in the line with the Chase Variant Edition here. WWE logo, Carmelo Hayes, glamour shot, window, there he is hiding, waving to all of his fans. Of course, WWE logo, Elite logo, True Effects on the top over there. Carmelo looking to slide, pulling those glasses down, looking like, I don't know who he looks like, but somebody. He looks like somebody special, that's for sure. But Elite logo on the side over there. Carmelo Hayes on the back, first time in the line once again, of course. And on the back, we got the big cross-sell down low. We're going to rank all these in this very video, so stay tuned for that. Carmelo Hayes, tail of the tape, glamour shot. Got the big blurb. We got it all going on back there for old Carmelo Hayes. Let's see what it says about our friend Carmelo. And I could go for a caramello. Have you ever had one of those? Pretty good. Pretty good. Underrated chocolate. Not a big sweets guy, but I'll dabble. I'll dabble in a Carmelo. Carmelo Hayes is of a different caliber. His opponents could be this or they could be that, but they will never be him, because that's all it is and that's all it's going to be. Career highlights, NXT champion, North American champion. I can just imagine Robert from Mattel sitting here writing this copyright. I just can't imagine him doing this, but apparently he was there and he was putting some thought into it. So shout out to old Robert. Good friend of the channel, Robert from Mattel. See you later. Goodbye. Put a little bit of spin on it. Then you got old Carmelo looking good. Look at this. Supposedly this is pink, but my eyes say red. I think this is more red than pink. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? But we're going to get him out of the package. We're going to find out once and for all what the true color is of Carmelo Hayes. We're going to pop him out. There it is. Oh, yeah. Get down to business. See you later. Goodbye. All right. We're done with that. Now we got a little rubber band action going on. Pull that off, slide it down, and we're off to the races. 2 Fists of Fury, just like the regular edition. And then we do get 2 gripping hands here for Carmelo Hayes. So you're into those hands. Of course, Chase's regular edition, make them as different as possible. Mix the hands up. A little difference goes a long way if you ask me. Same coat we saw with Carmelo before. Absolutely love this soft goods jacket. Very, very cool. And like I said in the other review, you could take this jacket off, use it for a different character, use it for Seth Rollins, whoever you want to use it for. Pull this off, and then you have one with the jacket on, one with the jacket off. Another little point of difference with Carmelo Hayes here. Very easy to do if you are so inclined, of course. We just slide this jacket off. Love with the double jointed and the pinless stuff. It's so much easier to pull some of these jackets off these days, which nobody's complaining about that. That is for sure. Got a little bit of fur from that jacket on me. Oh, you'll love that. Got fur all over the table and stuff. What are we doing here, Carmelo? What are we doing to this table? We do got the arms a little bit tight in the bicep here. I don't know if I got to heat that up or what, but I'm not getting the movement I want out of the bicep on this one. His arms do go way around, though. Do got a bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows, very tight, but we did get them. Pinless elbows there. Of course, hands removable, back, forth, side to side. Got the black painted on wrist tape going on. He does got a very tight ab crunch. Love a tight ab crunch. Hate it when they're loose. This is extremely tight. Waist articulation moving a lot better than his regular edition. Got the big old Carmelo Hayes splits. Thigh cut if you do need them. Double jointed pinless knees. Boot cut as well. Ankles a little side to side, a little up and down. Never hurt anybody. So all the usual articulation here. Of course, I imagine he will fit on a ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stand, as I always do say as well. But it is Carmelo. Obviously, The biggest difference going on here is you got the different gear going on. Very similar, but very different, as it's the same kind of gear, totally different color, totally different design. I really like that. I wouldn't have liked it if it had the same design with this color. It's a totally different gear design. It was truly a different figure with the same head, really. But you can mix and match, as I always say. Have one with glasses on, have one with glasses off. It is what it is. At the end of the day, that does look pretty good. But Carmelo looking good in these Ray-Ban sunglasses. I am definitely here for these. I might use one on, one off. I'm not exactly sure quite yet. But it looks like Carmelo Hayes, just like the last one. Same head sculpt. No issues with this. Got the little hair knot at the top as well. Just a really good all-around figure. And, of course, I got the regular edition here in purple. I don't know. It really is a pick'em. It really comes down to which you prefer color-wise. I don't know. The purple's a little bit flashy. Looks like he's about ready to join Judgment Day. Who knows? You never know what might happen. That's why you never know what's going to happen in the WWE. You just never know. Keep you on your toes. But two really good figures, actually. First time in the line, not bad. I'm never going to say I'm a Carmelo Hayes super fan or anything like that. He's growing on me. Maybe he'll grow further. That's the hope, of course, of the WWE and Carmelo Hayes. You want to connect with everybody in the audience. But a good first pass at his figure. I got no issues with this. A strong lineup, though, in 105 that we're going to talk about here in a second. So, an interesting Carmelo Hayes figure here between the Chase and the regular edition. I guess let me know in the comments which one you prefer between the two. But now it's time. It's time to dive in. It's time to rank Series 105 from my least favorite to my favorite. Okay, let's get down to business. Let's rank Elite Series 105 from my least favorite to my favorite. Make sure you get your list together. Make sure you put it in the comments down below. But we got, what, 3, 6, 7 figures here. Oh my gosh, 7 figures to count here. And we're going to start, of course, at number 7. Where am I going to start? It's a tough one, especially the top will be very tough to do. The bottom, still tough, not quite as tough is what we're going to do. But we're going to start at number 7. And you know what? I'm going to go for Io Sky. The former Io Shirai, she's going to come in last place. Nothing wrong with this figure. Nothing wrong with any of these figures. This is a strong representation of Io Sky. I think it just means I don't resonate with this figure as much as some of the others. That's the simple answer for that. But I love that it comes with the tag team title belt. Love that we got that. And I got to think we got more Io to come in the future and further Elite lines. Moving on from there, I'm going to go Johnny Gargano at number 6. I like this figure. It just feels very cheap. I don't know if it's cheapened out on it. It really does bug me on the back how the red, the black seeping through. It just looks totally unfinished in the paint job department. We've had that from time to time from Mattel, but I haven't seen one this bad in quite some time. Now, of course, this is my figure I'm ranking here. Yours could be perfect, it could be different, or it could be quality across the board. I'm not really sure, but I can only rank what I got and what I've seen and what I've had with my own hands. That's what I'm doing here with this Johnny. I like the new head sculpt on this one a whole lot, though, and it is a Johnny Gargano figure you can set your watch to if you want to at the end of the day. But he's coming in at number 6 here in the countdown. And then, you know what? I'm going Carmelo Hayes. But what Carmelo Hayes? I'm going red, and then I'm going purple. So the two Carmelo Hayeses right there, kind of in the middle of the bunch at number 5 and number 4. I don't mind Carmelo Hayes. He's nowhere near the top of my favorite list, but I love a first time in the line, and I love it when they take a lot of good care in a first time in the line. We get extra hands, of course. You get glasses with him and a beautiful soft goods jacket. I think that is really good. I think both of these look really nice. Definitely good figures. Just for me, kind of a middle of the road here. It's just that where I sit with Carmelo Hayes at this time. So there it is right there. 2 really good figures, though. There's no doubt about it. And everybody loves a rookie figure at the end of the day. So now we're at the final 3. Getting tough here. Getting really tough. Ooh. Well, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I'm going, Braun Strowman. He's going to be number 3 here. And I got to say, there's always a sleeper. This is the sleeper of the set. I thought he'd be way down at the end. I was like, Braun Strowman. We've seen enough Braun Strowman. But to get the bald head here, soft good shirt looking good, big body, big bruiser body, but the new torso for him looks really nice. And then something about the red pants. I'm here for some red pants. He looks pretty good. All the tattoos as well. Biggest gripe I have with this one is the little hands. He's got the Samoa Joe little hand syndrome. It just doesn't happen to AEW figures. It happens to Mattel figures as well. So we got little hands on Braun Strowman. Little hands on the farm is what this one is. But coming in at number 3, old Braun Strowman, which leads us down to the final 2. A tough choice, but an easy choice. It is going to be Dominic Mysterio at number 2. Big Papa Pump, man, he's my hookup. He is at number 1. Dominic, a strong one. It'll be interesting. I wish I was privy to Mattel sales numbers. I would love to see how this ranks in sales out there. And I guess for the most part, a case has all the same figures in it, so they really all are the same. You'd have to get register data. You'd have to go to Nielsen, something like that. I get it. But it'd be interesting to see who sells more, Dominic or Scott Steiner. Got to think these are the two heaviest hitters in this line right here. Dominic at an all-time high in popularity. A lot of people missed out on the previous versions. A lot of people going to want this Dominic, but for the same thing, Scott Steiner, first time in the line, already 105 series, and we hadn't had a Scott Steiner. That is extra special here. Big Papa Pump, an all-timer, a Hall of Famer at the end of the day. So, be really interesting. I'd be interested to hear your comments. If you had to guess, and there was such a thing, and you could say who's going to sell the best, would it be Dominic or Scott? You could definitely argue either way. There's no doubt about it, but I don't think we'll ever know the answer. But for me, Scott Steiner's coming in at number 1 in my rankings here. Obviously, a longtime fan of Scott Steiner, something we've needed in a long time. Hoping for future Scott Steiner figures. Dominic, we're going to be throwing up Dominic figures before you know it. They're going to put him out in all the lines. There's no way around it. He's only like 22, 23, 24, 24? Yeah, we'll call him 24. 24, he's got a long career ahead of him. He's going to have a lot of figures. Scott Steiner career is over. Got to imagine, hopefully, fingers crossed, we get more Scotts in the future. But as a whole, 105, a very diverse lineup here. You get a female, you get a Hall of Famer, you get an up-and-coming star, you get a long-term star, you get first time in the line, and you got another guy that's kind of somewhere in between on his way up, hopefully, in Johnny Gargano. A little bit of something for everybody in a lot of ways in this set here. And 105, a strong one. And, of course, if you're looking for it, pick it up over at Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. But let me know your thoughts on 105 in the comments down below. Let me know your set rankings in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, hit the old thumbs up, always helps the channel. And then don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and the other YouTube channel, as we got videos every single day. And don't forget about the Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, you name it, all going on over there at the old Patreon channel. Your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram and on Threads. So for Elite 105, I am Kyle, and nothing finer than Scott Steiner.